Hey, fellas, you've read the title, right? If I were to rewrite RWBY, this is what I'll do. So, I do think that RWBY as of right now is acceptable. You know, the writing is quite fine. I do think that the direction to not have the Volume 1 RWBY be the same as the Volumes 7, 8, 9 RWBY. I think that's just natural progression. Because, well, if you can remember, she just witnessed her school be destroyed as well as her classmates dying. Two of her best friends died. Her sister's arm got cut off. They all got split up. Why would RWBY be such a naive and jolly character with all of that she experienced, you know? So let's get rid of that first. I would not have Volume 1 RWBY be my protagonist in my story. So you got that lousy explanation. Here's the first thing I'll do. I will have Qrow be RWBY's dad. Because I do not accept Taiyang to score both Raven and Summer, alright? He cannot have both. I'm jealous. He can have Raven but not Summer too. I just think that okay, Qrow is bad luck, right? That's different bad luck when your teammate banged both of your fucking teammates. That's just insane. So let's have Qrow be the dad. And okay, so what happened here? Summer and Qrow hooked up for one night, and Summer ended up being pregnant. And that child is RWBY, of course. Now, Qrow is very, very cautious of his semblance, his bad luck, and I do think that in my story he will be. I think that would be the main reason why he's away, why he's also drunk. Okay, let's we're skipping here. So let's go back. So because of his semblance, Qrow will willingly be away from RWBY and Summer because he does not want his bad luck to be leaking to RWBY. But that did not really work, did it? Once Qrow left, Summer went to Taiyang and who was her name? Raven, because they did have a child that I think Yang is 2 years ahead, right? Yeah, Yang is 2 years ahead. So by that time, Raven and Taiyang would have a child, so naturally Summer is gonna go to them for some advice on how to take care of a child to help them. And you know, Taiyang agreed. So okay, so now that's sorted. Then maybe have like they're there. Qrow is away, right? But he still agreed to wait, maybe beg. No, not beg. They agreed, Summer and Qrow they agreed to meet up once in a while, just so Qrow would not be attached to RWBY that much after she was born. Once they meet up, they will be, it will be uncle status, yeah? The cool uncle. I don't think that's a very foreign pathway to take, right? I do think that happens in real life, where the real dad is presenting himself to the family like he's the uncle, but he's really the dad. He just wants to see his child again. And I do think that would be part of my story. That would add another layer as to why Qrow is such a drunk bastard. Because he can't meet his child under normal circumstances, and well, his partner's dead, and he knows he brings bad luck. He's already bummed out about that part. And now Salem is also a huge danger that is approaching. Now mash them all up, he's drunk, and he just wants to meet his daughter again, and lo and behold, Volume 5, and 6, and I think 7. But I do think that his misfortune carried regardless, because if you observe in the other volumes of RWBY, multiple volumes, every decision RWBY made is terrible. Now, he may just be that bad of a leader, but you know, I can just have Qrow be to blame with that. Thanks, Qrow. Your misfortune leaked out regardless. Yes, Qrow is the dad, but he's hiding under uncle status. Okay, that's the first one. Next is I will still have Pyrrha and Penny. I will still have both of them die the same way, the same day, the same circumstance, the same spectators, right? Now, why would I do that? They're fan favorites. Well, here's the thing. That would really cement the relationship of RWBY and Jaune, right? Their loved ones are both dead, and I think that would be their weird connection to each other. And I think that's how they will empathize with each other until around Volume 7. I think Volume 7 is the part where Penny got revived, right? So around that time, I do think that I will have Jaune be a bit jealous because of that, and I think that they would lose a bit of connection with RWBY. And wait. Ooh, I thought of another layer here. Remember in Volume 8 when I think it was Jaune, right? Jaune killed Penny. Dude, imagine if RWBY saw that and that's the last thing she saw before she went to the Nevermore, was it? Volume 9? That fantasy land. Bro, imagine. That would be spicy. Ooh, what a conflict that would be. RWBY will see Jaune kill Penny, so Penny dies another time. And what else can I add to this scene? Ooh, maybe have who was that? Mio, yeah. Have Mio stop RWBY. So RWBY saw Jaune, alright, with Penny, and she will try to really save Penny, but then Neo interrupted. Ooh, that would be even more layers of conflict. That would be so much fun. Just a subtle tweak for their relationship that I do think that would add another layer of character to them. Okay, next is I will have Bumbleby not canon. Yes, unfortunately, Bumbleby will not be canon. However, Freezerburn will be canon in my story, because I do think that makes more sense. Blake had Son already, and I think you just wasted 2 volumes of development if you had Blake be with Yang. I think you just wasted a lot of build-up. So why Freezerburn? I think it was volume 5 when Weiss got captured and she was rescued by Yang, right? I think that would be my start. I do think they're oddly close in canon too. Plus, I do think that the princess and the hot-headed tomboy is a top-tier Yuri ship type. So Bumbleby not canon, Freezerburn is canon, and while I do love White Rose, I do love White Rose. That's my favorite ship. I do think that would not be as good of a story in here, and I think that let's do it. Nuts and Dolts, also canon, not really with a label. It's just RWBY and her thoughts of Penny, just realizing that, oh my god, I love Penny. Then, you know, that kind of toxic Yuri. Or no, Doomed Yuri. Yes, that one, Doomed Yuri, because RWBY will never be with Penny ever again. And I think in volume 9, Jaune can have this pep talk with RWBY that, you know, oh, you gotta learn how to let go. You know, you gotta let go of your loved ones. I did it with Pyrrha, you know. I just accepted it. She's gone now. But then RWBY would be like, bruh, you killed Penny. What the fuck are you talking about? You killed Penny in front of me with your sword. Damn you. I will shoot you with my sniper rifle point blank. And then Neo pops up and then just punches RWBY. just have Neo pop up somewhere and just fucking punch RWBY in the face. Oh, where was I? You know, I was thinking that what if Ozpin chose Jaune instead? But I do think that would be way too complicated of a story now. Because I didn't really want Oscar to be in the story. I think I am one of those people that didn't really want Oscar to be around RWBY. But now that I think of it, he kinda has to. I would have Renora be canon way earlier. In fact, right at the get-go, let's just have Renora be canon. Just let them be a ship right off the bat. I think that makes more sense. That's why they took way too long to be in a relationship, even though they already seem like they are in a relationship already. When did they become official? I think it started in volume 4, right? In the hometown thing. And then they became official once they are below Atlas. I forgot the city there, the one with the Robin in the party. I do think they should have confessed way before that. Like right when they were in school. I think around volume 3 they should have made it official. at most, or just have them be official in the first place. I think that would be better. Then in place of that development, let RWBY and Jaune be like the kindred spirits of fallen relationship comrades. You know, you can have more room with that. You can have more room with Sun and Blake too. You can have more room with... Wait, no, wait. Yang was still inactive in Volume 4. So maybe we can have more time to build Wise escaping the castle thing. Yeah, and we can have more father-daughter moments, not romance, moments with RWBY and Qrow. Yeah, those are all the changes that I propose. I'm still thinking if I should have one more. Maybe have... Wait, I think this is canon too. Like, Raven actually being very protective of Yang, but just in a very weird and bad way. I think that's the story of Raven. Like, she's just a terrible mom, but she does it in good heart. Just like Shiho from Girls on Panzer. Yeah, she is a terrible mom, but she tries her best. And that best just drives their daughters away. Both of them. If I saw Shiho and Raven be at the same bar, you could expect what they would talk about. Just, you know, oh fuck, my daughter just hates me. Oh, your daughter hates you? Me too. I wonder what I did wrong. They would have the most terrible parenting advice to each other. all right. I think that's all of them. That's all that I want to talk about. That turned out to be quite the ramble. So, I'm sure you have lots of comments, a lot of criticism. Fuck. I just wrote like 4 bullets here, okay? I didn't even write the details here. Okay, here's the bullets. What for bullet 1? Qrow is the dad. Bullet 2, Penny and Pyrrha still dies. Bullet 3, Bumbleby isn't canon, but Freezerburn is, question mark. Bullet 4, have Renora be an official thing right from the get-go. I didn't even have the Oscar thing. Or the Raven thing. Raven's not even here. So I think I had 6 changes here, right? I think that's enough. Oh, fuck. I think that's enough to really streamline the plot of RWBY. I think that would connect enough dots to make it more watchable. Yeah. I wish I wrote a script.